Yeah, na?
Yes. Okay. Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and I am joined by our Rev Sports team in Paris, Boria Mujumdar, S. Kanan, and Abhijit Deshmukh. We will have a lot of sporting action on our TV, laptop, and mobile screens today because Indian athletes have a packed schedule today. There's a lot to look forward to, starting with shooting, badminton, boxing, archery, and table tennis, and all eyes will be on PV Sindhu, Deepika Kumari, and of course, Manika Batra, who became the first Indian paddler to head into round 16 of the Olympics. Korea, over to you first. A very exciting day ahead, and it's time for the women to shine today.
Absolutely, it's Women Power Day. So good that you're leading the show. Excuse me. In the morning you have PV Sindhu to start off in exactly an hour and a half, and then you have Lavlina at 12:20. So Paris time again. So it's Sindhu, Lavlina, Deepika the same time. 12:26 is when she takes center stage. Thereafter, you have Manika, you have Shrija. So it's a day packed. That doesn't mean the men are not there. There's Laksha Sen at 10:10. There's Aishwari Pratap Tomar, who I've predicted will be a finalist in the 50-meter 3P, one of my favorite athletes and one who has improved the most, one of the most improved shooters of the Indian contingent. So it's a massive day. In fact, Gargi, I want to say this to our viewers. I am actually predicting that tomorrow, because we are continuously saying, right, 9, 10 medals, 9, 10 medals. Tomorrow it will decide the number of medals. Because tomorrow Satvik Chirag play the quarterfinal. Nikhat Zarin plays the round of 16. Nishant Dev plays your time tomorrow, which is 9:04 p.m. tonight, which is 1 a.m. India. So technically, 1st August, and also tomorrow we have Sift Samra taking center stage and Aishwarya's final. Tomorrow will decide, according to me, the number of medals that India will win. Will it be about 6, 7, 7, 8, or will it be about 9, 10? That 2, 3 medals ka jo count hai, that will get decided tomorrow. It's as critical, and today will set that up. Today will set that up. Can Laksha Sen take out Johnny Christie? If he is able to take out Jojo, then it's a 1-4-4 to head to head. Last three Laksha has lost, but this is a different Laksha Sen. Sindhu will win. It's an easy game. Can Manika take out either that Japanese Hironia or Shuju? That match is in the morning. The Hong Kong versus Japan, who will be Manika's opponent. Can Shrija take out the Singapore girl and make the last 16 and join Manika there? Deepika, can she amend? Tremendous amount of action today. And Abhijit is there in Chateau to track the Aishwari qualification.
Abhijit, Aishwari Pratap Tomar, how do you think are his chances today, and what are you expecting out of him?
He is a fantastic shooter. He was there at the Tokyo Olympics as well. And I've seen him, winning medals at the national games as well in Ahmedabad 2022. Uh, he's been, a terrific shooter. He's quite young, and already in his, second Olympics. I think along with him, Manu Bhaker, and I think very few shooters are the one who are playing, their second Olympics. And Aishwarya is very calm and composed. Right? If you meet him, you just feel that sense of, okay, this guy is so chilled out, so relaxed. And, that's what you need, I would say, in 50-meter rifle three position. Because, there are three positions. One, when you're standing and shooting the target. The one, you're kneeling down on one, taking help of your one knee and then shooting. And then there's a prone position. You completely lay down on the on this on the surface, and then you shoot. Now it's just three event. I think it is all events are extremely tough, but I think this is combination of three which makes this even more tougher. And you need someone very calm and composed. I think the way Aishwarya is I think, and as Burida says, I'm also hoping medal from Aishwarya this time. I'm sorry.
Aishwari, not Aishwarya. Aishwari, let's get the name right. Number two, Kannan, I would also suggest let's give the format because not everybody follows the sport. Let's give the qualification format like we have been giving every day. It is very essential. So, Kannan, why don't you explain that bit a little bit? explain the format, and then one can add to that as well.
Again, it is format 60 format qualifying. As Abhijit pointed out, you are in three different positions you have to shoot. But the main thing is perfecting the three, standing, kneeling, prone. How do you do it? It is like if you look at weightlifting, clean snatch, jerk. Everyone used to earlier, they were even at one point of time separate medals awarded. Now it's just for one. So this is three position is a very specialized event. It is not like air. It is a very technical event, because I have talked to a lot of these shooters over the years, and take one name, one of the pioneers in rifle shooting. She's a coach, Anjali Bhagwat. So I said, how is it that you don't shoot the whole year? You still come at age 50 plus and you shoot in the national. She said, it's a very technical sport. You need the equipment. So I said, what do you mean by equipment? Is it the rifle? She said, it is not just the rifle. It is the sighter. It is a dress. It is your jacket. See, let me take you to the time Gagan Narang was shooting. He shot 3 Olympics in 2 events, air plus 3 position. Today, it is the super specialization age. And this is where Aishwari Pratap Tomar, because I have seen him shoot where he trains, his base is the beautiful academy in Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. We talk about Karni Singh ranges in Delhi, but the effort put in by Madhya Pradesh government, of course, now people have changed, but I'll go back because she's my friend, Yashodhara Rajesh India. The amount she did for sports there, even rowing, even hockey, Madhya Pradesh has a fairly good structure, and for the shooting, you could hold your Olympic trials over there. So Ashwari is in that mold, plus his support staff. It's a packet. So this qualifying is very simple. You have to follow it, and today when you watch the scores on TV, not this Olympics, even on ISSF TV, if you go and watch YouTube, you will get the breakdown of how they do it. And this is very, very simple to watch. It's just 3 positions. But each position you have to master. You cannot be good in one and bad in the other. So that combined aggregate, and then when you make the cut, and if you make it to the final, there you again start shooting inside. Again, decimal scoring comes. So main thing is today how he gets off the blocks and does it. Abhijit is going to be there, and he also follows Aishwari. I also follow Aishwari. But as Abhijit said, second Olympics, he has more experience. Plus, going on and on rehearsing this pattern, it takes enormous effort. You ask Abhinav Bindra, he'll tell you, 2000, 2004, he should have won a medal. That floor below him shook. When he was shooting the air rifle, he lost that medal. Then 2008. You ask anyone who shot 3 Olympics or 4 Olympics, what is that experience which counts? But finally, when you go there, you're ready. If you ask Arjun Babuta, he said, maybe I had a blind spot. Blind spot to us, you could suppose someone like me, it's driving, someone whizzes past you, what is that blind spot? But for a shooter, a blind spot is different. So you see the shooter again, he's shooting with a master eye. What is a master eye? Out of your 2 eyes, one is always better than the other. So whichever eye is better, the stronger eye. So then they put this one eye is like, when they have that kind of a flap coming down, so you're using that. Then you use this sighter. All this technical component equipment goes into perfection in 3P. And this is where Aishwari in the men's is really a strong contender. And I think on a day when we have women power to the fore today in Paris, Aishwari in Chateauroux will be very, very important to watch. And I fully agree with what Boria said, that he could decide the course of medals. We expect 5 medals from shooting. I'm not expecting a third medal from Manu. I think it's very difficult to again peak. But knowing her, she may do it to prove a lot of us wrong. But people like Aishwari, even in the women's section, Sift Kaur Samra, I am not going to be surprised even if Anjum Mudgil does well, because she has also come back with great resilience. Mind you, she did not qualify for the Olympics.
यार बहुत 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 सवाल आ रहा है थोड़ा सा, because there are too many questions coming. Let's keep our answers short and accommodate more. Yes, Abhijit.
I'm done. Sorry, I just was trying to explain. I'm done.
There's another shooter in 50-meter rifle 3 position from India. That's Swapnil Kusale. He's also there, so we'll keep a catch eye on him as well.
And by the way, Swapnil is as good as anyone.
Yeah,
definitely. All our shooters. But just think, when you are watching this event, keep in mind most will drop points in standing. Most will. If you see a pattern, if you see a pattern emerging in that maze, you will see this. And Aishwari is pretty good there, as is Sift. Because Sift is able to, if you see Sift is able to come back as the competition progresses and get back up the ranks. That is her
Yeah.
speciality. So keep an eye on Sift and Aishwari for that.
Yeah. There's a
Swapnil
question.
also.
Yeah. There's a question here by Agni Dipto. He's asking, do you think in boxing the judges are not favoring the Indian boxers, considering the matches of Amit Pangal and Preeti Pawar?
I think the Preeti Pawar match was very close. I watched it on telly because it was in the evening. I was coming back at that point, watching on the app. I think Preeti Pawar can justifiably feel slightly hard done. Amit, I think, was a fair call. Amit did not land anything in the third round, and his opponent was better. I said it yesterday on your show, Gargi. It was a tricky bout, and it happened to be a tricky bout. First two rounds was 3-2. Actually, second round was split. First round was 3-2 against Amit, and the fourth round was 4-1. So that was fine. But the Preeti bout, I thought maybe because the boxer was one of pedigree, World Championship silver medalist, second seed, I think the judges could have wavered. But the Brits, if you see the British press, they are crying foul with every bout. They are saying the all of the boxing matches are going against them. It's good. That is why LA boxing should be eliminated as a sport because it's all bullshit and all that. I mean, British press has gone bonkers with boxing results. But boxing is always going to be subjective, always. But when you talk about boxing and closeness, talk about Dheeraj Bomadevara. 2 centimeters. What do you do? What do you do? I mean, I was watching. What on earth does one do? I mean, he shot 9 tenors out of 15. 9 tenors. He shot a 10 in the shoot off. So clearly he did not crumble. He did not let pressure get to him. And then he's told that because of 2 centimeters in a 10, the Canadian shooter Peters qualifies, who got 7 consecutive tenors and managed. Dheeraj was up 5-3. Now, if someone loses like this, what do you say? That he was a bad shooter? That he did not do well? That he is rubbish? What do you say? This is where sport needs luck. Abhijit made this point yesterday. Luck. That little element of luck. And sport can be really cruel. Now, for those 2 centimeters, Dheeraj will wait 4 years.
And I would just like to add this. One of the same thing happened with the Indian compound archery team in the 2018 Asian Games against South Korea, and that same match was for the gold medal. And you imagine for the gold medal match, same thing happened. India lost despite having the same I mean, they lost by inattention. So I think sometimes luck also plays an important role.
I think you are
Yeah.
talking about archery. What happened yesterday, today, Deepika is going to be there. It's a huge difference in conditions. Yesterday was bright, sunny, 35 degrees. Today, from morning, it is raining, drizzling. Again, conditions are going to change. And if it gets windy, archery is a sport where you're competing outdoor, open nature. So that also can become a factor. So how does, what happened in the men's with Omadeva is different, but what she does, Deepa does. I mean, it's going to be very different. So these sport where you're against nature and you're going to come and compete, this will be very, very different. So we will have to see how Deepika is going to deal with it.
Someone is saying that we are trying to defend chokers. Who
No,
is a choker? Who is a
nobody
choker?
chokes.
You tell me that.
Come on,
117
come on,
athletes.
come
I
on.
think each of the 117 is a winner. To be able to come here at an Olympic Games, who is a choker? Dheeraj Bomadevara, who shoots a 10 in a shootout, is a choker. He shoots 9 tens and 15 shots, is a choker. Deepika Kumari is a choker. Ankita Bhakat is a choker. Who is a choker? Preeti Pawar is a choker. I mean, you know, when you use words like this, so and so is a choker. Arjun Babuta is a choker because he shot one bad shot and lost out on a medal. Who's a choker? So I think we must keep this in mind that when you say such things, I mean, I'm getting a little irritated about it. But when you say such things, I think you're being slightly disrespectful towards your athletes. Just hold back a little bit.
I just like to add here one point. I'm from a very small town called Jalna in Maharashtra state, and they have conducted, state archery competition. State competition archery, there's at least 100 athletes. That's 100 archers. Imagine how much tough it is to get into the top six of Indian contingent. And when you have to shoot a target which is 70-meter longs, the target is 122 centimeter diameter. Imagine how tough it is. How tough it is to shoot. And you call chokers. I mean, sorry, boss. Probably, please understand the sport. Please
Second,
understand how the system
Abhijit,
is.
1 minute. 1 minute. I request one thing. Yesterday, I had sent Trisha and Shormishta to India House because there was an interaction with athletes. And alongside India House, there are all these houses for each country, America, Canada, ABC. So they went to Mexico House, Mexico. And there they had a bow. They had a bow and an arrow. And it is kept there. So you can go and do it. You can go and sort of put Trisha and Shormishta both. And I said, Karo, both could not even literally lift the bow. Forget pull it. Literally could not lift the bow and forget to pull. So I request you guys, try and go and lift a bow and put that arrow there and try once. Once. It is 22 kilos for the women. Gargi does weights. I know she goes to the gym every day. Try it. 22 kilos. That's what you have to lift. Then you do that. And when you had a mother at sick ward, 17 days or 20 days after becoming a mother, try it. Try it. I mean, these are little things that one has to keep in mind when you are saying choker, etc., etc.
Last, my little 1 cent on archery. We did not know till the last few weeks, months, whether they were going to qualify. That was the kind of pressure. You're competing against the world's best archers. You've got Koreans, you've got so many more. And here, men come, women come. It was so close. To have made the cut itself is an achievement. People don't realize that. People talk of shooting, pressure, choke. Try go to a mela. Even if you shoot down 100 balloons out of 100, I'll give you a prize.
There's a question here, Boryada, for you here. Rajeshwar Shukla is asking, what are Lakshya's realistic chances against Christie? Is it possible to beat Christie?
Of course it is possible. Of course it is possible. Who says it's not possible? In fact, Julian Karagi took a game out of Johnny Christie the other day. I was there in the stadium. In fact, that is when Lakshya was playing on the other court. Lakshya was playing in that match, the first match that got cancelled out. So Jonathan Christie was playing and he looked rusty to me. He did look rusty to me. The point that Pulela Gopichand always makes is Jonathan Christie at the start of a tournament is rusty. If you see some of his performances in earlier this year, you will see great in All England, goes on to win. But some of the other tournaments crashes out in the first round, second round. A lot of these tournaments have happened where Jonathan Christie has not progressed. He's crashed out in the first, second rounds. So Lakshya has to take that chance. Lakshya is physically right up there. Lakshya, even in the last few matches against Jonathan Christie, has lost them. But he's taken games. It's not as if it's been one-sided encounters. So Lakshya has to believe that he can. I'm sure with Prakash and Vimal, Prakash sir will be there, Vimal will be there. Both of them will be sitting in his corner. With Prakash sir and Vimal there, I'm 100% sure Lakshya has that kind of support now. And he should believe that this is the Olympic Games. Give it to him. Give it to go for Jonathan Christie and you kill Jonathan Christie, you take him out, and then you have HS Pranoy you run into, and it opens up because Pranoy obviously is not the same Pranoy because of chikungunya and the viral. So this can open up the draw for Lakshya Sen. Absolutely can. By the way, there are some problems also. Kannan knows problems with food. So Paris had said so much about gourmet cuisine in the village and all that. Yesterday, I'm sending you. We'll do this story bigger, but let's put this story out that there are serious problems. Yesterday, Sumit Nagal spoke to Sharmishta about the problems they've had with food. That people are queuing up, and by the time so they have to stand 25 to 30 minutes in the queue. By the time they reach the place, the plates are empty, the buffet is empty, and the refill is not happening. I mean, so plenty of problems with food. We have spoken to enormous number of athletes. Shooting There was no water and no food at all in the shooting range for the athletes. Kanan and I, we are working on this story big. We have the athletes bites. We will do this story well, just to let our viewers know that there are serious issues so far in the village, in the venues with food, Gargi.
Yeah, there is
That's
a
not good.
enormous. There is, sorry, I'll just add two bits.
Yeah.
Uh, we're talking about food problem. There are also hygiene problems. I didn't do this story because I didn't want to do it. First few days of the games, if you write negative stuff, it gives a wrong impression. Because hardships everyone faces, including media. But Coco Golf and elite athletes, tennis players, even some of the others from the team, USA, they walked out of the village. 10 lady athletes, two bathrooms. They said to hell with it and they walked out. You're having food problem, you're having hygiene problem. Nobody wants a toilet hygiene problem to crop up during the Olympics. They left. There are food problems, people are queuing up. Some people like to eat, say an Indian rajma or something, you're not getting it. Shooting range 275 kilometer away, they're not allowing packed food to come in. The day Manu won her first bronze medal, she did not have food. There was insufficiency of water. Even to go for the dope test, she had to drink more. And by night, 10 o'clock, I'm giving you first hand information, she had a headache. What does she do with a headache? Because you've not eaten enough calories and standing there the whole day. The AC hall, aircon was not working. Even Abhijit will vouch for that. So these
Yeah.
are the problems, technical problems, food problem you cannot. I mean, if you're going to have a food problem, it's not like you can order Uber Eat or Swiggy or Zomato like in India. You get food over because you don't know. Suppose you'll end up with an infection. So it is very dangerous. And when in the name of security, when you're stopping all this, it gets very tough. So in a sport like tennis, because the match got delayed, I was there at the Nadal match. He started practicing, and then by evening at even at Roland Garros, you know, you bring your food. You can't really budget. Suppose there's a rain delay of 6 hours. What do? Or your match is getting postponed. Everything gets changed. So this food problem is a real problem. Whatever has happened in Paris. Let's not forget there are a lot of problems. Paris may say, yeah, fantastic opening certainly. Triathlon. I know we are not covering triathlon. Triathlon for 3 days in a row. The swimming part of it in CN River has not happened because they are saying no, this water is not pure enough to be there in a competitive sport for these people, triathletes, to enter into the CN River. So this
Uh,
is the other side of the story as well. We must respect the athlete, his health, and what are the dietary requirements.
not only athletes, but even journalists are suffering.
No, that is nobody's bother about journalists. That is our problem.
I'm just making a funny statement here. There's an Italian commentator who, while commentating during the swimming, he actually took a coffee while commenting, and he said, "It feels like I'm drinking the water of River Seine." So
Oh God.
you know,
No, no, you're only talking about quality. If we start talking about how much of money each one is paying, forget it. I mean, when I
now
go to India, I
even
will
I'm
see my
facing
credit card bill. I'm not
I'm
bothered about it.
I'm facing problems of having coffee or anything. We don't get enough coffee. I mean, sometimes we go and there's no coffee in the Venue Media Center here at the Chateau Riven, and everyone from the Indian judges will definitely agree with it.
Time for you
We
all
also
to
need some
buy
liquid
There,
hydrated
there
water.
are many other problems, by the way. We are used to a certain kind of this thing in India. We know there is heat, but we are used to good fans. We at least have ceiling fans. We have air conditioning. We have ceiling fans. यहाँ कल 36 डिग्री था, 36 degrees. It is burning. The skin is burning.
It is,
And inevitably you will land in a station where you're going to make a mistake. Every day it happens to me. So I got off at Port de la Chapelle, which is the correct station, but I got off at the other entrance. I walked for 37 minutes at 1:30 in the afternoon, at 1:20 to reach the badminton venue for 2 p.m. By the time I reached, I was like, I was drenched in sweat. So 37 minutes, 136 degrees heat. And by the way, hotels also, all they will give you is these little table fans and a kind of stand fan where there is no, it is a fan in name. So the West has no clue about fans. They don't even get it, damn it. They don't get it. It's a heat wave going on in Paris, and you
It's
don't
a
even
summer
have ceiling
Olympics.
fans, forget air conditioners.
It's a summer Olympics, so we're actually getting a feeling
Of
of good
course,
summer.
it is summer. Summer में मतलब, I mean, I was like, कल रात को it was load shed like load shedding in Kolkata. It was like that. It was exactly like that. This is Paris, by the way.
I had
Fantastic
to get
stuff.
up in the night and keep drinking water because it's so hot here in Chateau as well.
No, but Abhijit, if you are up, I'll be very happy because you snore a lot. I'll be very happy since I'll be your roommate. So if you are if you are awake, I'll be happy. I'll go to sleep.
Then probably you should share room with Rohan. Then he knows better than me.
No, no, I will stay in my own room very soon. Don't worry. But we haven't spoken about Manika Batra. I think that match is very important.
Oh,
Boria, we haven't
we
spoken
also have
about
trap
Manika.
shooters, female
No,
trap shooters, Shreyasi Singh and Rajeshwari Kumari.
no, that can
We
wait.
also
That
have
is
the
just.
women.
I
Not
know
the
that.
greatest start
Yep.
yesterday. Not
Yep.
the greatest start from Rai or Shreyashi. 68 and 69, if I remember, or both
Very
68,
low, very
something
low.
like that. Not the greatest start at all. Rai had a good finish, 25 on 25 in the third one. But the first two sets, I think, was 22 each. So I don't see them making it to the final. Manika, as I said, already has done fantastic. Fantastic to take out Pritika Pavade. Today she will face either Chuzu or Hironia. Both will be superb. The Japanese is ranked number 8, and one has to see who qualifies. I'm expecting Shrija Akula to beat the Singapore girl and also join Manika in the 16. But then she plays the Chinese world number 1. If two Indians are in the top 16, Gargi, in women's table tennis, I think that is a big plus for them. It's almost meddling. If you are able to get two Indians, one Indian into the quarterfinals of table tennis, I think it's a massive moment.
I just want to make a small suggestion if you don't mind. A lot of people who are watching Rev and even the website, they're asking why aren't we covering hockey? We are covering hockey. Boy, I think you should put it in perspective. Defeating New Zealand 3-2, drawing with Argentina, again beating Ireland. Two tough matches against Belgium and Australia. So people are interested in hockey because we are a bronze medalist winner from Tokyo. So do you think we have a realistic chance of moving forward?
100%. I think Belgium, India can take down Belgium as well. Against Australia, I would not say that it's India favorites, but I think against Belgium we can defeat them, and we have defeated them in the past. And I think it's a good that we Australia, Belgium are in the same group, so that we don't face Australia and probably the knockouts. Against any other team than Australia, I think we can beat any other team. That's
Yeah,
my
but the other thing is, Abhijit, yesterday Belgium beat Australia 6-2.
6-2. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
6-2, and the other thing is Germany also lost in the other group. So it is a very hodgepodge kind of situation who India will face. Just like Satwik Chirag. We must end the show on Satwik Chirag Gargi. I was there. And some fantastic comments. Think about this. Satwik Chirag comes to the mix zone, and I tell them that, so have you guys peaked? Because yesterday was flawless. Flawless. The flat game, the taking them out, and against the Indonesians. Tremendous. So Chirag laughs at me and says, Dada, if you say we have peaked, then how do we improve in the next game? We can never peak. And Satvik is all the while smiling. Then Satvik turns and says, No, no. Actually नीरज भाई से मिलकर आए, नीरज भाई विलेज में मिल गए, मैंने उनसे कहा नीरज भाई मैच के लिए जा रहे हैं, उन्होंने कहा जीतोगे आज. नीरज भाई जब कह देते हैं तो हम जीत जाते हैं. And it was Manu Bhaकर talks about Neeraj Chopra, Satvik Sairaj talks about Neeraj Chopra, and you think this guy is actually 24, 25 years old. And look at the impact Neeraj Chopra has had
Yeah.
on Indian sport. Yesterday he's
He
come,
is
and
like
what
a
is the similarity
godfather.
between, unbelievable.
He's a
And what is the
godfather in the
similarity
village.
between Neeraj Chopra of Tokyo and now? I put out a tweet. Haircut, like me, cropped hair, no longer long hair. This is his Olympic hairstyle. Neeraj Chopra is back into Tokyo mold again. And if he's there in the village, he is this, uniting kind of factor, the magnifying kind of, the electrode who will pull
The
the
magnet.
Indian athletes together.
He's a magnet.
He's a magnet. That is the word. That is the word. Satvik mentioned it. And the other great point about that little interaction was, and Chirag says, जल्दी खत्म करिए, जाके बाकी लोगों को सेलिब्रेट करना है. And Ashwini Ponappa sort of literally broke down. She was inconsolable yesterday. What a great career. So when you celebrate the winners, celebrate them also. Ashwini and Tanisha. Tanisha has a great career ahead. But Ashwini, it's the end of story for her in the Olympics. What a legend she has been of her sport.
Absolutely. We have one super chat and then we can end the show. Subrajit Gope is saying, "Love you all, team. Keep covering all sports." Thank you for the
Yeah.
support, Subrajit. Yeah. Kanan, you were saying something?
No, I'm saying that even as we cover all sport, I think our Hindi show anchor Shubhayan is messaging, please come on, get out of the show.
Yeah. इधर भी आ जाओ यार.
Uh,
Hello. Then we'll meet you in the. You're on mute, Surya.
Saying, आप भी तो जाओगे, सभी जाएंगे.
हाँ. Chalo. See you all then.
Okay.
There's a lot
Bye.
to cover today and a lot of updates and breakings coming from Olympics from Paris. And our team will be there. Abhijit in Chateau and the rest of the team as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And stay tuned to Rev Sports. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.